Astrology time, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Today is Sunday. It is the 23rd of August. So let's go. Got our moon in Capricorn all day long. And we also have the sun in Virgo. So 2 earth signs, right? Sounds like a good deal, right? Maybe. Look, the hardworking and organized and serious nature of the moon in Capricorn combines with the sun in equally hardworking, analytical, useful, and intelligent Virgo. Now, who wants to do all that work on a Sunday? Look, if there was ever a day, however, that would be ideal for getting our collective shit together, this is it, okay? The moon in Virgo is causing us to do a gut check on the cardinal squares. Basically, it's going to be checking off all the cardinal squares, and that's Neptune in Aries, Mars in Cancer, and that'll also be that's also going to be Venus in Virgo. So Venus in Virgo, Venus in Libra, cardinal sign, Shane, Sun's in Virgo. So Venus in Libra. So we've got ourselves some action going on here, right? And the moon will be in that, just entering Capricorn. So there's some checking going on here, right? That's going to almost make a grand cross there at some point during the day with the orbs and everything like that. And usually those are tension points, right? And those tension points actually have a lot of energy in them, and they can be resolved. But because it's a lunar-based one, it gets it done very quickly. So I wouldn't put too much stock into that. But, what's happening, though, is that, like, there's a lot of people are feeling confused and everything. I think it's because of that Mars in Cancer, just making the actions not be very clear, or making the actions not really wanting to take them, right? Because Mars doesn't behave very well in Cancer. So that those actions are like, you're really trying to pull them out. You're trying to pull them out. You got to be really wedded to them as far as what it is that you want to be doing and what direction you want to be heading in. And a lot of us, let's face it, there's not very many. I mean, the directions are all over the place, right? Look at that cross thing, right? There's a lot of energy there, but it's temporary energy, so it's going places. Now, think about this. There are stressful. Okay, so those oppositions and squares, those are stressful aspects, and because Mars is in there too, it makes it even a little bit more stressful, right? But we got Venus in it as well, so there's interesting things going on there now, and they're occurring so close together, so it's going to change that. It's going to make today feel like we might be going somewhere, or we might not be going anywhere, right? Because it's just the two of them together. Now, whatever gets resolved from it, that's going to be interesting, because this is a chance for us to get a handle on some things that may have been causing us stress and redirect that energy into something a little bit more positive, okay? And that will stabilize our emotions when we're addressing our creative and career opportunities. Think about that. Now, do you really want to do that on a Sunday? Some of us don't have a choice, right? We work all sorts of different hours. So, look, the damage that may have been inflicted upon us financially, whatever's been happening, whatever's been going on, ups, downs, market trends and stuff like that, it's ready to be scrutinized and analyzed. So we're going to be able to take a look at that now. It isn't all business today, but there will be a thorough and complete feeling to any activity undertaken, because that's just the way it's going to feel. It's going to feel like, okay, I started, I'm going to finish this. I'm doing this. I'm going to get this done. Now, this is a question for you, though. How much can you invest in yourself? Because today's keyword is investment, so we really need to look at that. And our color, we're going to go with stainless steel. Now, welcome to the first full day of the Virgo season. Mercury in Leo is closing in on the sun, and we are going to really feel this, even if we have no placements in Virgo. Okay, that's what these seasons are kind of all about, right? The mood shifts, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, it's harvest season. Okay, now we're into this. What are we into? Well, this one here is going to feel like, okay, let's start getting our stuff together, because we've got back to school happening. We've got vacations are over. We got to get ready for work. We got to start getting ready for Halloween and the holidays. Holy cow, those things are becoming right around the corner, right? We're going through the year so fast that's what's happening. So, look, told you that once again, we're going to have to start paying attention to details. And those details are going to matter. It's no longer about supporting people because of who they are, right? They'd better come with receipts, okay? If you want my support, show me, please. Show me what you're doing. Show me what you're going to do. And, if we go the other way around, if we flip it, I've got to show you, right? I've got to show you my receipts. Now, although details matter more now, don't let them paralyze you into inaction. There's a mind-body connection that's strengthening today, and this, in turn, is strengthening our inner vibration that runs along that Virgo-Pisces axis. The next eclipse, going to be on the 27th, it's going to be a lunar eclipse, is going to be in Pisces. So, what will be the final form of enlightenment that you take from this last eclipse in Pisces, now that the Virgo connection has been restored? Think about it. There's like a little conduit there, right? Give us a chance to truly try to utilize some of our intuition. The mind-body connection will require an investment on your part. Sun is actually trine with Chiron. Think about that. That's where this mind-body connection is coming from, especially with the Virgo season, because the Virgo is health, and among other things as well. So that's something else that we really want to take a look at. Now, make it, that mind-body connection, make it a priority, because it'll help make your other decisions much easier. And it's Sunday, and the energy of the moon in Capricorn is going to feel loud. Yeah, it is. It's going to be like it. Now, it's up to you to see if you can sense your direction in all this. Is it work or is it play? Maybe there isn't anything you should be doing, right? We've been feeling that a lot lately. Whatever you choose, there's no correct answer. Remember that our own self-interests have to be considered. That's the most important thing, to get Mars activating the right way, even though it's reluctant to be doing anything. Actions will need to be taken with regard to our investments as well. Actual physical investments, yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe you got to reallocate your 401k funds or something like that, right? Maybe you just need to change up how you're doing business. That might be something too. The moon is going to be going void of course later on in the morning at 2:30 in the morning, okay? That means we got a void of course moon for the entire day tomorrow. So, we don't start anything. We're going to wrap things up. That's going to be very interesting, right? Now, get plenty of rest. Tomorrow being Monday, right? So it's Monday with the void of course moon. We're not starting anything. Housekeeping only, right? That's right, because Monday is going to be a housekeeping day. Get plenty of rest tonight on Sunday. Go easy on the food and drink, too, because Virgo season doesn't like to do that kind of stuff. It's not one of those ones that over consumes like a Taurus season or something like that, right? Even though we do have Venus at the lead of our entire pack here, and she is in Libra. So I mean, that's a nice balanced life. That's a good life. So she would like to indulge in that, but the Sun in Virgo, we're going to be doing that Spartan stuff, right? Virgo season may be the harvest season. But remember I told you about the ant and the grasshopper yesterday? The ant knows that it's time to begin conserving our resources. That's why we're not going to go overboard. Okay, so on this date in 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius begins stirring on the feast day of Vulcan. Volcano god, and the Roman god of fire, and goes on to destroy Pompeii. It's kind of an approximate date. And our birth is in 1875. It's a gentleman by the name of William Eccles. He's an English physicist and a radio pioneer. I guess he brought us BBC and all that stuff. He actually worked with Marconi on his transmissions, and he actually coined the term diode for diodes and vacuum tubes, right? And he also help make a flip-flop switch that makes computing possible, like an on-off binary switch. And that is all I have for you. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Let's recap, shall we? Today's keyword is investment, whether we're investing in ourselves or actual physical investments outside, or we're just taking a look at them. That's one thing. And our color is stainless steel. And that's all I have for you. Today is the 6th. Happy astrocatting.